You check your balance, and something in your chest tightens. Or it loosens. Either way, it moved you. That's the tell. Not what you believe about money. What money does to you when no one is watching. Because you can call God your provider and still live like the account is yours to defend. If this reached you, make it a declaration. There's a line most people never cross. Not the line between believing and not believing. The line between believing God owns everything and actually living like a manager of something that was never yours. An owner protects, a manager reports. Today I'll walk you through 7 things that change the day you stop being the owner. Not 7 ideas, 7 shifts you will feel. In your hands, in your sleep, and in your bank account. Change 1. Your grip loosens. When you believe it's yours, every dollar leaving your hand is a subtraction. Giving feels like loss. Generosity has to be justified. You calculate before you can be kind, and there is always a reason to wait. But a manager doesn't defend the money, he deploys it. The moment ownership moves, giving stops being a sacrifice and becomes an assignment. Caleb has been holding this check for 4 days. 4 days of running the math. Then, on the 5th, he stops running the math and does the thing. You'll notice it in your hands first. They open faster, and nothing you release ever costs what you were sure it would. Change 2. Your anxiety changes address. Financial anxiety comes from carrying a job you were never given. You're not just managing the money, you're trying to guarantee it. The income, the market, the raise, the next 12 months. But provision was never your department. Allocation is. When God is first, you set down a weight you were never built to hold. Hannah has run this spreadsheet 9 times tonight. The number does not change. At 2:47, she closes the laptop and prays. Instead, the numbers didn't move. She did. The problem stayed exactly the same size and stopped being hers to solve alone. Change 3. Your spending slows down. An owner buys on impulse because the money is his and the moment is his. Nobody to answer to. Nothing to slow the hand between wanting and buying. The cart fills before the mind catches up. But a manager pauses, not out of guilt, out of accountability. Someone else's resources move slower through careful hands. Chase has the card out, thumb over the button. He stops, closes the laptop instead. The purchase doesn't disappear, it just has to survive the pause. And most of them, it turns out, don't. Change 4. Enough stops moving. An owner sets the target himself, which means he can always move it. Enough was 10,000, then it was 50, then it was whatever the next person has. The finish line is self-appointed, so it's never final. But a manager doesn't set the target, the owner does. And a number you didn't choose is a number you can actually reach. Eli sits, unhurried, watching the evening settle. Caleb turns to him. The question he's been circling finally has a place to land. Enough stops being a moving target the day you stop being the one aiming it. Change 5. Your worth detaches from your balance. Your net worth becomes your self-worth, quietly, without ever announcing itself. But a manager is never measured by the size of the estate. He's measured by faithfulness with it. And faithfulness doesn't fluctuate with the market. Chase sees the post. New car, new house. Same age as him. He feels it land. And then, for the first time, he turns the phone face down. You will still see what other people have. You'll just stop reading it as a verdict on you. Change 6. Discipline becomes a system, not a mood. Owners manage money by feeling. You budget when you're afraid. You spend when you're happy. So your finances swing exactly as wide as your emotions do. And your emotions were never meant to be a plan. A manager keeps records, not because he's rigid, but because he's accountable. And accountability outlives motivation every single time. First Sunday of the month, coffee, 2 chairs, the same ledger, on the same table. It has been 11 months. This is the change nobody posts about. It's also the one that compounds. He that is faithful in the least, is faithful also in much. And the least is exactly where it gets decided. Change 7. Loss starts building you. An owner has only one relationship with loss. Theft. Something was taken, something is missing, and every setback becomes evidence that you weren't careful enough, or that God wasn't good enough. But if it was never yours, loss isn't theft, it's reallocation. And here is what almost nobody will say out loud. The steward who has lost things is worth more than the one who never has. Not despite the loss, because of it. Caleb reads the letter twice. Then he does something he would not have done a year ago. He doesn't call the bank. He calls Eli. Some things break under pressure. Some things merely survive it. And a few things,
the ones held with an open hand actually grow stronger from it. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. That's not resignation. That's a man who knows he was never the owner. This is what God is building, not a comfortable steward, an unbreakable one.
When you realize God owns it all, your life doesn't get richer, it gets lighter. Your grip loosens, and giving stops costing what it used to. Your anxiety changes address, because provision was never your job. Your spending slows, because now you have to answer for it. Enough stops moving, because you no longer set the target. Your worth detaches from your balance, because faithfulness doesn't fluctuate. Discipline becomes a system, because accountability outlives motivation. And loss starts building you, because what was never yours cannot be stolen. 7 shifts, one decision underneath all of them.
Comment below, God owns it, I manage it. Send it to someone who is carrying money that isn't theirs and doesn't know it yet. And subscribe. This channel exists to build a steward who cannot be broken.
You were never asked to own it. You were asked to be found faithful with it. Psalm 24, verse 1. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, all of it, including the part with your name on the paperwork, especially that part.